team, it's Ange here from the A-Life, where we share with you practical movement tips for everybody, no matter what your age or what level you are starting at. There is something for everybody. Now, today's video is all for the people who have been traveling. Maybe it's a long haul flight or a long car ride, or even just sitting at your desk all day. If you want to negate some of the negative effects from that, you are going to want to try this class. Hey team, it's Ange here from the A-Life, and I want to go through today things that you can do when you're on a travel day. Maybe you've done a long drive or you've been on a plane, and I know on these days that often we're really tired and it's really easy to just neglect our body, but even just the tiniest little bit of movement and intentional movement specifically can make such a huge difference. This is why we have our Express membership, which is our 15 to 20 minute whole body movement classes. But today, and you can check that out, there'll be a link below, but today I just want to share with you 3 simple drills that you can do that's really going to target your spine and your hips, and that you can do any time of day, even if you're at work and you're sitting at a desk all day. So come and join me. The first one is a roll down to deep squat. So you're going to stand, I'll face you first, feet hip width apart, really spread your toes. You really want to take your shoes off so you can feel your feet on the ground. We're going to reach the arms out, take a big inhale, reach up. You can even add in a nice little back bend by looking up to the sky. Exhale, we're going to come down, roll down one vertebra at a time. So we're flexing our spine. When you get to a point where you can't go any further, bend the knees until you can get the hands on the ground. Sink the hips, lift your chest, and come into your deep squat. Now you can spend as little or as much time here as you like. You can have your feet wider, narrower, whatever feels comfortable for you. Then from here, we're going to tip forward, hips to the sky. Spend a little bit of time here. You might want to lean left, lean right, let the head go a little bit more, lean into the hands, and then start to roll up. So let's let this simple one flow for a little bit. So inhale, reach. Exhale, come on down, roll. And get to the bottom. Sink the hips, lift the chest. Opening here. Tip back forward. So see if you can get some flow as you reach on up. Big inhale. Exhale. So you can do this one as many times as you feel comfortable, as you feel like you need in the moment. If you're very limited to time, you can just do 3 or 4. If you've got a bit extra time, you can do like 10 of these. And you'll find each time your joints feel just a little bit more mobile. Your fascia and muscles, they all start to unwind and open. And it just means that we can unwind some of that stagnation that we've had through the day just with this gentle movement. And revisiting this deep squat, so good to do, because if we don't visit it as we get older, we lose our ability to get into this position. So last one here, and hopefully you can do this again in times that you need. Yes, then lean forward and roll up. Okay, this next one, we're going to come into a really wide stance. So if you've got a mat so you don't slip, it can be a little bit easier, but you definitely don't need it. Feet wide as you want. If you've got anything going on in your hips, just don't go as wide. I like to have neutral spine, hands onto the hips, hinging forward. So you're sending your sit bones back here, and we're coming down to your fingertips touch the ground. Now when you get there, if this is too much, you can always bring your hands up onto a chair or a bench, make it a little easier. Have a little shift left and right, little shift with your hips, like there's a wall behind you and you're sliding your hip bones to left and right. You can even bend the knees a little, drop down. So I really bend one leg, bend the other. Take a minute here to explore. And this is, especially if you've been sitting all day or on a travel day, it's a good check-in. Sometimes we can disconnect from our body and we don't even take notice of what might be tightening up, what might be getting stiff. And then eventually you're going to come to the middle, hands right underneath your shoulders. We're going to do some spine twisting here. So left hand starts to go up to the ceiling and we rotate, trying to get your chest, middle of your chest to face the sky, and then coming through other side. Big inhale, open. Now, if you can, see if you can keep your pelvis level, so here, and then just twist through the spine. Good, you can start to time this with your breath. Inhale to twist, exhale, come on back. Good, let's just do a few each side here. Again, you just do as many as you feel. I'm going to do one more each side here. Make sure you're rotating your head and neck as well. Everything comes to the party. And then bend the knees and start to roll up one vertebra at a time. So you could do that a few times, a really good one. Start to bring those feet a little closer, shake it out. And I want to show you one more that I really like to do to target the hips and the back of the legs. So we're going to come down into a deep lunge. So I'm going to bring my right leg forward, my hands come onto the inside of the foot, and I'm going to pick up that back knee and draw it back a little bit more. So again, I'm just going to hang here, just with some nice deep breaths. This is what we do first, before we even move, making sure we're comfortable in the position. We allow our breath to do its thing before we move. And then when you're ready, we just go hinging back towards your runner stretch. You can walk the hands back, you can keep them where they are, you can come up high. This is really your practice to explore. This is just the movement I'm showing you. So from your lunge to your runner's stretch. And if you feel like there's a point that you need to stop, you can stop there. You can just move forward and back, or kind of more rhythmically. If you find your back is kind of stuck here, you might want to bring some blocks to elevate your hands a little bit more. You can come all the way back. It's a nice variation towards your heels. There are so many ways to explore this one. And we often teach our students all different variations of this one because it just feels so good. So again, you could do maybe 10 of these. You could do a hold for 30 seconds each one and then do your 10. I really just want to give you this one as a tool today. When you're ready, let's switch sides. So coming over to the other side, leg in front, hands onto the inside again. I like to pick up that back knee, take it back a little bit more. Always hang out, explore this side. It can always feel different to the other side. And then when you're ready, forward and back. When we're sitting a long time, these hip flexors, the front of the hip can really get stiff and shortened because they're just not used as they should. So we need to spend this time to reverse that. So next week we not feeling the effects of that, and we have the ability to do that ourselves. Just a couple more. Again, remembering you can always stop anywhere you like. And then coming down, let that leg come back out. So again, you can go through these 3 drills maybe 2 or 3 times as like a round. We include these often in our express classes, which is our 15 to 20 minute movement classes. We deliver them to you weekly in our express membership to really get your morning movement habit going so that you can negate all those things that we have in our modern world, like chairs and cars and things like that, and we can get older and still feel amazing in our body. So if you tried these, comment below, give us a like, a share. We so appreciate that, and we'll see you again.